Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
On this episode of the podcast, I'm back, and we pick up on a lot of gaming news. Additionally, I get to go off about Equifax and about CSGO gambling. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast. I'm back. Hey guys. Hey Kirok, how's it going?
Hello. How you doing, Warp? My screen just went all snow.
Well, you look beautiful nonetheless, even in a snowstorm. It's getting close to that weather, right? Hey,
True.
Kirok, my friend, thank you so much for holding down the fort while I was gone, and thank you to Nachopanda and Component Z for stepping in, covering bases. I'm back. I've been gone for a little while. Sorry, guys. I had a family camping trip the first week, and then that was followed up by Burning Man. So basically, one weekend that would have been here was prepping and driving out to the playa, and then the second week was me being royally shit-faced watching the man burn. So... so it was fun.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was good. It's one of the best ones I've had. So, and I've been to 15 of them, so that says something, honestly. Wow. I love to wax poke about that. I might do some other time, but so that's it for me. I'm glad to be back, and two part. One, I've missed being here, and I missed all of you. But also, there's a lot of fucking news. Way more than we could possibly fit in, even in the speed bites. Even if we could actually do the speed bites at 30-second intervals and everything, we still couldn't fit all of the news that's coming into this. There's some junk news like, oh my god, journalists can't play games. That's old news coming back in for some reason. Steam's been banned in another country again for questionable games, which people can easily get around. So there's a lot of crap going on we're not going to talk about, but there is a lot we're going to talk about, and we're going to do that and our speed bits. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the speed bits. And at the top of our list here, we've got Battleground devs aren't sure how they're going to combat AFK farming. So if you guys don't know, there's an issue with PUBG where people basically dive into a game and just sit idle in the hopes that just the time span of being in the game ends up netting them some in-game currency of sorts that they can use to get special hoopty items and whatnot. This is not really an issue. We've got one or two in there because eventually they're going to get gacked by somebody, or the world is going to shrink and they'll be on the outside of it and get fuggered. But when you've got like upwards of 12 people in a game that are doing this farming, it kind of impacts the game in that it's just it doesn't make the game fun. So there's that issue. Now the good news is the devs of Battlegrounds is aware of this issue, and they're looking into it. The not so great news is they don't have any ideas for a fix just yet, so they're looking into what they can do for the future. I don't really see how this is a problem. I mean, yet people are going to get in that want to do this, and that's fine. But it's really simple. If you sit static and don't move, you don't get points. Then it becomes worthless to sit there.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
You have to be actually in motion. I agree with you.
I say that, but then somebody's going to have a little key that makes them just spin in circles or something like that, you know? So, but I mean, at least that's one step towards it, just get the most basic out of the way. So, who knows?
Keeping on with PUBG breaks 10 million copies sold.
Jesus Christ.
Reports Polygon, So it's official. Now they've sold more than 10 million copies. They launched as early access on Steam back in March 23rd, and according to Gamasutra, it took Minecraft, which everyone knows is a hugely popular game, about 2 years to reach 10 million sold, and these guys did it in less than a year. Like, that's insane. They had a Gamescom Invitational tournament, over 100,000 views on Twitch, and reportedly over 5 million in China. This is making some big moves. This game, it's
No shit.
yeah, man.
That's
I want to do a little bit of math. If there's 12 people in every 100-person game, just sitting idle, how's that work out with 10 million copies sold? Because you would imagine a copy sold is per person.
theoretically yes.
Yeah, I can't do math, so forget that.
Put the numbers on the board for you. Well, that's shocking. Also shocking. Mario is officially no longer a plumber. That's right. You heard it here first. Mario is.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking. Actually, funny thing about this. So, according to a post on a Japanese site, there was an interview where they used the term of Mario has been a plumber, or past tense of plumbing. So they're implying that he no longer is. Now that said, Mario hasn't always been a plumber. Some of you will recall that the character first named Jumpman actually appeared as the player character against Donkey Kong in a construction site. So he was actually a carpenter. So he was a carpenter first, became specialized, became a plumber later. So yeah, the guy is a jack of all trades and a master of none, other than jumping on heads.
Oh my goodness. Absolver, I don't know if you know this game. Absolver devs are asking for patience as they fix their server issues. So Absolver released last week. It is a martial arts MMO. So you log in online and you meet up with people and you fight. And there's different styles and stances and things like that. It's actually really cool, and the game looks amazing. So last week, people were having a lot of problems getting on. Actually, they were finding themselves unable to log in for sometimes days at a time. And the developer Slowclap has basically asked for patience as they promised to fix the issue, I know, for both PC and PS4. So it's been widespread throughout the whole thing. Those who have got on, other words were that it were extremely laggy. So I'm like, it's one of those games I'm considering getting. So I'll wait.
Networking's hard. Let's go shopping and buy some better fucking servers. Jesus. In other news, GamesIndustry.biz has reported that eBay UK is launching a dedicated video game store. So eBay is up in their game, pun intended there, with the entertainment shops. This is a dedicated branch of eBay that is going to be focused to gaming. Now, I'm trying to dig for little details here, but I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot to go on that I've been able to find just yet, at least at the time of this reading. But basically, it's going to be a storefront for buying physical media as well as parts, Joy-Cons, etc., etc., etc. But it's going to be a dedicated branch to gamers. So you'll actually have a dedicated element of eBay that's just going to be the gamers world, which, I mean, I don't personally do eBay, but if I could put an analog to like using Amazon, which is what I try to use. If they had a dedicated game front to Amazon, it would make it so much easier, because when I look up something like, N64 Classic, I don't want to see a bunch of classic N64 phone covers for iPhone.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Just saying. A little fun fact for you. eBay says that between July 31st, 2016 and July 31st, 2017, there were more than 553 million searches that were made related to gaming. This is a rise of 11 million year on year.
Wow.
Go fig.
Incredible. Well, do they sell servers? Because I think the guys... Never mind. Okay, moving on. Nintendo Switch style Atari 2600 retro handheld gaming console revealed. Ooh. So this is pretty cool. It's by a company called Funstock Retro. They recently revealed, and this is right on the heels of the actual Atari console that was announced by Atari. They revealed that they're going to be releasing an Atari 2600 retro handheld console. So it's going to be a small console, and it'll also feature that wood grain finish, just like the original console did.
Of course.
With an analog stick and super responsive buttons. And the whole premise, or the whole lure in this, is that you're basically going to have all the original Atari games available on this console, handheld console. That's the big thing. On the go, you can take it wherever you want and play the games. Now, if there were games that you really, really loved back on that system, this might sing to you. But I never really played the Atari system, so I still think it's amazing. Still think it's amazing.
Philistine. So VR Throwback Duck Season comes out to September 14th. When I first saw this, I was a little spooked because the picture they have here shows a dog that is very like Five Nights at Freddy-esque.
Yes, yes.
And to be fair, in my opinion, playing the original Duck Hunt, the dog is kind of a dick. So what haves. So this game plays homage to the original Duck Hunt with a horror twist. If you're a young kid playing through a real copy of Duck Season in the 80s, you probably remember this, but you shoot ducks out of the sky and your trustworthy dog collects them, but you slowly learn the dog isn't what he seems. So this is exactly like the fucking Duck Hunt game. He's a dick. The game is out on Vive and Oculus, so regardless of what system you're prey to, you should be okay. It'll be out on September 14th, which is pretty damn soon, actually. Yeah. God, it's already September. Jesus Christ!
I've already thrown this on my wish list. I'm thinking
of course you have.
Come on,
I hope you piss yourself. Either that or rip a hole in your green screen again.
Yeah, I patched it. It's patched. Okay, I'm going to switch gears here. We're going to go into a little bit of tech news. Gigabyte unveils the tiniest GeForce GTX 1080 yet, reported by Engadget. So Gigabyte has come up with a GeForce 1080 Mini ITX 8GB model. So this is meant to fit into miniature builds, into Mini ITX builds. I have a Mini ITX case, so yeah. The card measures 6.7 inches, nearly 4 inches shorter than the regular model, and it's ultra powerful and a small form factor. So this is great for someone like me looking to build a really light, tiny, compact, and portable VR system. I think awesome. Thumbs up.
I sure. I still like having a big giant case to build a big monster system in, so
yeah, it's tough.
You know what?
Yeah.
You do you.
I don't know the price. They didn't mention price, so oh well.
Probably about the same. Speaking of you do you, under the media front, YouTube is improving their stream performance and simplifies live chats. So YouTube has announced a handful of new features for streamers. If you guys somehow missed it, YouTube does have a streaming option. Streamers now have the option to enable ultra low latency, so your conversation with your chat room is a little more near real time. They have also added tools to make moderating chat easier and more efficient. I don't know what the details are. I haven't looked into it yet. But I'm assuming and hoping that they're having some concept and understanding that you do need to have other people help manage your system, manage your account while you're streaming, having moderators in there. So I'm hoping that can relate to that. Also, the ability to stream directly to the main YouTube app for iPhone or iPad, so they're getting a little more flexible, more platforms going, not just Android or your PC, which is great. It's fantastic. This sounds like it's right up the alley for gamers, except for the fact that YouTube is being a giant, colossal asshole to fucking gamers.
Yeah, I know. It's not good.
I'm sorry, but fuck you. You're a bunch of dicks right now. You can eat my ass. You're giving us fucking features for a platform that everybody is running from screaming because you're being a bunch of fuckwits.
Yeah. Okay. I will talk about other news now. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
America's longest orbiting female astronaut is safely back on Earth. This is reported through Engadget. Her name is Peggy Whitson. Astronaut safely landed back on Earth. She basically spent 665 days hurtling through space on the ISS, the International Space Station, 254 miles above the Earth. So that's like just a little over a year. Yeah, just a little over a year.
600?
Sorry,
That's damn near
365. That's
2 years.
Yeah, holy shit! I totally misread the number. It's a record.
Kira can math good.
Yeah, no, uh, the record's the longest time spent in the ISS for any woman in history. And this number got me really freaked out. During the 4,623 orbits, that's how many times she went around the planet, man. She basically helped through researching like all kinds of things, everything from effects of microgravity on the human eye to antibody experiments for human, what is it called?
Her.
Sorry?
Good on her.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
defense, the human body defense or whatever it's called, but that's amazing.
Yep.
Good for her. Yeah. So,
like
guys, that actually brings us right to the end of the Speedy Bits, and we're going to keep on going, guys.
Okay, guys.
It's Kirok here. Welcome back to another game releases for BRG, and let's get into it. This is going to be some fun stuff. And your first game is on September 12th. The game is Rayman Legends Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. It is a platformer. For all you Rayman fans out there, the series has finally made the switch to the Switch. Yeah, basically there's like 100 plus levels. You can do 4 people local co-op, which is pretty amazing. And the story is you're sucked into a painting and the adventure begins. I'm a tad worried about the advertisement though, showing kids playing the Nintendo Switch at the beach. Kids, don't bring your Nintendo Switch at the beach. It's just blasphemy. And your next game on September 14th is Divinity Original Sin 2. This is coming out for PC only, and it is a role-playing game. It's basically a role-playing game at heart where the graphics look amazing. It's got that 3/4 view perspective, and they are highly polished. What sets this game apart from all the rest is it basically allows a Game Master mode where you get to set up the world and the story for you and your friends to play out. It brings tabletop D&D and computer RPGs together perfectly. And your next game is coming out on September 15th, and it is NBA Live 2018. It's coming out for PS4 and Xbox One. It is a sports game. This is a basketball video game. What else is there to say? Graphics look great. There's a career mode. Is it just me, or doesn't anybody realize that basketball isn't a real sport? Also on September 15th, we have Metroid Samus Returns. This is out for the 3DS. It is a side-scrolling action-adventure. Basically, it's a reimagining of the 1991 Game Boy game called Metroid 2 Return of Samus. This one includes some new features. You can actually do some counterattack, melee attacks that is, and you also have the ability to freely shoot in any direction, whereas the old game gave you locked-in positions or angles. For those of you who are Metroid fans, this is a no-brainer. And your last game is on September 15th, Dishonored Death of the Outsider. This is coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is an action-adventure stealth game. Basically, this is the next chapter in the Dishonored games. It's a beautiful game. The graphics are incredible, and it's got the gameplay you've always loved. You basically embark on a journey to kill the Outsider with an old friend. And I have the original game, but I haven't played it yet. Maybe it should be the game I stream next. And that's it, guys. That brings us to the end of another week of game releases. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the meaty bites tonight. Now, tonight, we don't have a main topic. We do have a couple of articles that I want to go into depth and detail for. One is a follow-up to the whole CSGO gambling, CSGO lotto thing that went down some time ago. So as a refresher, you had T. Martin and Syndicate who were promoting the crap out of the CSGO skin or weapons gambling site.
Yep.
And they were, oh, wow, I found this really cool site. It's really fucking awesome. You should go check it out. And they did a lot of videos on it. Happened to stumble upon it. And then a person by the moniker Honor the Call found out that they owned the sites. And they were promoting it without making any kind of notation that they own the site. And there's also some questionability about the fact that they had access to the variables for likelihood of getting good wins, and for as often as they won, there's a lot of question about if they were cheating, basically, to make it look better than it was. Anyways, so the reason why we bring this back up is the Federal Trade Commission has come to a settlement agreement with YouTube creator Trevor T. Martin and Thomas Syndicate Cassell after failure to disclose their ownership of the Counter-Strike Global Offensive skin gambling site CSGO Lotto. According to the agreement, here we go.
Okay.
Which was published by the FTC on Tuesday. Yeah. There will be no fines issued to Martin or Cassell for basically violating the U.S. Federal Trade Commission Act. Yes, you heard this correctly. They got a big, giant, fat nothing out of it. They are not being fined. They are not losing a dime. Nothing is happening.
Nothing. Not even told to stop?
Oh, not even told to stop. Wow. Can you fucking believe that shit?
Holy cow. So,
now, to be fair, if there was a stipulation that said if Martin or Team Martin or Syndicate violate this law again, they will be subject to fines totaling $40,654 per infraction. So if they do this again, then they'll actually have the hammer dropped on them.
Got it. When they say infraction, they basically mean any person. I'm not sure what that means.
I'm not sure either. And this is what really fucking worries me because, first of all, the fact that they got not even a fucking slap on the wrist. They got a finger waving and said, be on your little merry way, which absolutely frustrates me to no end. And this is also worth pointing out here that T. Martin, this is his third time getting in trouble. He has been part of the Machinima debacle, where they weren't disclosing that they were promoting shit through Microsoft. And then another incident that he was involved in, not disclosing that this was a promoted or paid promotion. And then this shit comes up. The guy is a fucking sleazeball, in my opinion.
Okay.
But all this shit goes down. These guys have basically allowed and facilitated underage gambling. And I don't care that it wasn't using, nation currency. You bought shit with real money. You gambled that shit. And you could get that shit back out into money if you really wanted to. There's no fucking difference between this and buying chips at a fucking casino. There just isn't. This is not just the fact that they fucking violated federal trade laws regarding disclosing promotion, disclosing, connections to a promotion, whether it's paid promotion, owning, or whatever. The fact of the matter is that they have enabled a bad thing for minors. They did it on purpose, nefarious, intentional, misleading, trying to get kids involved with this, and they got out of it. You know what?
What the hell?
Fucking
seriously.
mad props to their fucking lawyers. Because those assholes did their fucking job. They're lucky. They are fucking lucky to get their ass out of this ringer. I am fucking blown away by this. And I think this is absolutely the wrong goddamn call. It was blatantly clear they broke the law. It is blatantly clear that this was way on the wrong side of any gray area you possibly could have fucking painted. I'm sorry. This right here is bona fide bullshit. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple.
I'm trying to understand what was it that happened in court. Obviously, the lawyers did whatever they had to do, but there has to be something more to this to get to the point where there's absolutely
how much,
nothing.
Judge?
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic here. I don't think there's any underhanded dealings in that regard. But seriously, I cannot for the fucking life of me figure out how this was so blatantly cut and dry that they violated the Trade Commission's rulings. And this is fucking. They didn't even say anything about the gambling aspect.
There's guilt in there as well. If you remember correctly, he went backtracked and took out certain things in his videos.
Oh yeah, no, he tried to cover his tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
He tried to cover his tracks. He denied it, and they made a video admitting it. Admitting they owned the fucking shop. I mean, this was like textbook dumbass criminal. Like America's stupidest criminals type stupidity on a level I've never seen. This is what happens when you've got a young person that comes into a lot of fucking money. They get dumb. This was the pinnacle of it. T. Martin was at like the absolute threshold of it. You could not be a dumber motherfucker than this guy. And he gets to walk away with his nice house and his nice cars and all the money that he has effectively ripped off from everybody who's been to that site. Because I'm sorry, this is bullshit. So, again, props to the lawyers. I'm sure they made some bank on this, and they got their client, get out of jail free card all squared away, and they're good to go again.
So
three times you've fucking done this shit.
If I read this correctly, when they say infractions, the only way there would be an infraction is if they repeat the same thing. Say they come up with a new site, whatever, and they keep it hidden, or that's an infraction.
Maybe. See, here's the fucking problem.
Because his site's going to continue to work and go.
The outline they gave was, if they do this again, then they'll be fine. But what was the outline of this? Are they saying specifically, if you promote this particular website without disclosing that you own it? Or are they saying, if we catch you doing this type of practice in general,
yes,
if you do a paid promotion and forget to note that it's a paid promotion? I don't know. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this at all. So, what else? Obviously, we need to start fucking doing some nefarious acts to get our names on register and start making Mike here, because apparently we can get away with it.
We can get
hell, you're in Canada. We can probably hell get away with it. Let's make you the scapegoat, and then it's like, Canada can't touch me. No, can't touch this.
we have good maple syrup. You want some? That's my bribe.
Hey, you give us $5, we'll give you a maple syrup token, and you can spin the little wheel. You might win maple syrup or a badger. I don't know. Sorry, beaver.
A beaver. Beaver. Thank you. Now you got it.
Even more shocking than this whole pile of debauchery, there's actually a bigger news story that just came out recently that's actually frightening.
I only heard about this today. Few people in the office is talking about it. That was all.
Okay,
I don't know the details, so please educate me. Before
we even get into this, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm going to be jocular about it, because at this point, it's one of those situations that all you can really do is laugh. Because if you're not laughing, you're probably fucking crying. So, Equifax breach has basically.
Oh,
whoops!
God, thank God. I thought you were going to bring up Ashley Madison again. I'm still safe. Good, go.
Maybe. Equifax breach up to 45 million accounts exposed in the Equifax. So if you don't know what Equifax is, Equifax.
How many?
143 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, Equifax is a credit, basically a credit tracking company, to put it in simple terms. Every single thing you do in terms of purchasing with your credit cards, getting loans, etc., is all through. Equifax tracks this. Whether you want them to or not is irrelevant. You have no choice in the matter.
Right.
You deal in any kind of commerce, you're on their radar. Hell, I've done a credit report, and these guys know about a court battle I had regarding a bum engine I got from a wreckers. I mean, this is how detailed they are.
Yeah.
This is a big fucking deal. And this is, unlike past hacks with like, Yahoo, MySpace, Home Depot, Target, those things, they got credit card information, which sucks.
Credit card.
But at the end of the day,
score.
You change your credit card number and off you go. And I'm simplifying it a little bit, but that's basically what it boils down to. With Equifax, They leaked critical information. We're talking names, social security numbers, credit card numbers, and personal documentation. This is effectively what defines you online.
Yeah.
So these guys leaked the crown jewels of information. People can just in whole hog replicate you online. Take out loans, get credit cards, do all kinds of various things. Sign up on Ashley Madison under your name. Kirok has an out now.
They also do collections, right? If people don't pay, they contact you and so on.
Yeah, well, sort of. That's a whole another mess I'm not even going to go into. Yeah. So basically, there you go. There's 143 million leaked accounts now. Now, that's bad. That's really bad, and you need to go find out if you're one of them. They do provide a little site you can go to. You can click on it and put in your last 6 digits of your social security number and your name, and it tells you if you've been compromised or not. Now, there's already questions about that because that site was like a WordPress type site that was technically HTTPS site, but it was very hokey and very minimal. Yeah. So there's already questions about that.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, basically what you're saying, I'm like, I don't know if I trust that site because now I'm voluntarily putting in my information in to find out if I was affected. Mm-hmm. They should be, honestly, I hate how this sounds, but they should be contacting the people affected.
Hello!
They should.
If you know what got stolen, maybe you should contact those people.
Thank you.
Now, Equifax has kindly set up this website for you to go check. And just for kicks and giggles, I put me and my wife's information in. They say that I'm most likely not affected, and they say most likely that she is affected. Oh, and as a free bonus, regardless of being affected or not, there's a little button where you can sign up for a free year of identity theft coverage through Equifax.
What?
I shit you not. So these dumbasses that allowed themselves to get compromised with critical information are now offering protection to you for free for 1 year.
Oh my God.
All you have to do is give your credit card information and whatnot.
That's a joke, right?
No, it's not. And I will up the ante for you, sir.
Please do.
In the beginning, no, it's great. It's great. In the beginning, when this first went off and the site went up to check, if you clicked on the button to say yes, enroll me, in the EULA that nobody ever reads, you agree to not sue them for this infraction in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
so by signing up for their protection, you can't go after them.
If you happen to be one of the people that got compromised. Oh, what a sneaky way to cover their asses.
Yeah, Justice has come down on them about that and said, yeah, you're going to remove that wording immediately. But you want to talk about fucking sleaze fest. Holy shit. Hi, we lost your shit. We will give you coverage through us to protect that shit. Just give us your information. And you can't sue us.
What the
I got something for you. Hold on here.
That's pretty bad.
Here you go. Fuck you, Equifax. Holy shit. I mean, seriously. You cannot get worse than this. Oh, wait. No. Wait. Hold on.
There's
you
more?
You can. Because from the time that they realized they were compromised and the time that they released public notice that they were compromised,
right,
a whole bunch of C-level people just happened to sell off a whole bunch of stock in their company. Because, when something like this comes out, nobody's going to notice that 3 C-level executives just happened to dump a shitload of stock before they went public with it. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's insider trading.
Wait, hold on. When did it... Yeah, that is. When did the actual breach occur?
Back in May, discovered in July,
What?
and notice released in August.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So from May on, people's information, their identity in the digital realm was already being siphoned and prepped to be sold to the black market, and nobody had a fucking clue except the C-levels that decided to sell a bunch of stock.
Oh my God.
I can't make this shit up. I mean, this is how fucking sad this is.
They're done.
Oh, they're beyond fucking done. I mean, well, you know what? So here's the thing, and this is what's really grinding my gears about this whole situation is we saw how the government, U.S. government, took care of T. Martin Syndicate.
T. Martin, yeah, and Syndicate.
Oh, Equifax, you naughty people, don't do that again. I'm fearful because we've seen a complete breakdown of the United States judicial system and just governing system in general. I mean, fuck, we got Trump for president, for crying out loud. Even if they did fucking put these guys in jail, Trump would probably fucking pardon them. So yeah, I mean, I honestly, my money is on, here's my prediction. Wait it out. Wait for this news to kind of get swept under the rug and kind of die out a little bit. And then they'll just give them a little slap on the wrist, and that'll be the end of it. We'll never hear anything more from it. Now, that's just where it's going to end. That's my bet, because that's exactly how this shit works out. These companies are in the realm of too big to fail, or too big to get in trouble, or whatever the case may be. At best, they will ceremoniously put some low-level director on a pike to say they're sorry. So, you know, the director of IT or director of security is going to get put on a pike, and that's going to be the end of it. They go, okay, well, there you go. We lit somebody on fire. We're done. We're good. And we're going to go on our merry little way. Again, I can't stress this enough with you guys. This is shady dealings at best, especially with the stock sell-off and everything else. The nomenclature of, oh, yeah, we'll give you protection. Oh, but you can't sue us if we do it after we fucked up. I mean, that's a big fucking no in my book. I would punch them in the face for that kind of bullshit. That is such sleazy shit dealing. It's incredible. But one way or the other, it's gonna keep going on. And don't forget, Equifax isn't the only company that does this. There are multiple credit companies that track what you do in detail. And I'm serious. Go get you are allotted one free credit check per year legally. Go get that free credit check. You will be shocked and amazed at the detailed information they have about you. You think you're worried about fucking Google knowing shit about you? Yeah. Oh, have I got a surprise for you, buddy? Go do your free credit check, because you will find out so much shit about yourself that you didn't want known. It's incredible. So just put that out there.
Online.
So here's the situation as it stands. A whole bunch of us are fucked, and the ones that didn't get nailed.
I need to get to the site and check my own.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. What can you do about this? Well, if you want to go to their shitty site, you can see if you've been compromised or not. I would not recommend taking up the free credit protection, because I'm not sure if they've changed the nomenclature yet. I didn't bother reading the EULA. But I'm not sure if they're going to change their rules on a lot of people who've already signed up out of that EULA clause. Knowing companies like this, they'll probably hold people to the fire, saying, well, you already agreed. Yeah, we have to change it now, but you already agreed.
Yeah.
And I don't trust these fuckers. If you're willing to shell out, you can get identity theft insurance through other companies. I don't know if that's the best thing in the world. In general, though, first of all, get your free credit check. Know where you stand now, because if your information has already been sold, it will be sold in short order. Especially now that this is public. This is now volatile information that they need to sell off to the highest bidder as quickly as possible and utilize while they can. Also, credit cards. If you can, freeze them. If you don't need them, freeze the accounts, meaning you can't make purchases on them. Yes, it locks you out of them, but it locks anybody else out of them.
That's right.
Update all your change anything you possibly can. Here's a big crux that really pisses me off. Yes, you can change a credit card number. You can have a new credit card issued, but you can't. Well, it's not very easy or convenient for you to change your name, change where you live, and other information that's critical to this. This is what makes this thing so damn difficult. So get a credit check. Get credit protection if you feel like you want to. I don't advocate it, but it may be a necessity. At the very least, get fraud alerts set up on your credit cards. Now, there is a little asterisk next to that because there are some credit card companies that are douchebags, and to them I say this. To set up a credit alert may cost you a fee for some credit card companies. Hell, even closing an account or freezing the account can cost a fee.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, there are some credit cards out there that with anything you do to their credit card will cost you a fee. If you have one of those credit cards, my humble opinion is fucking dump them. They're worthless shits. Just saying. Yeah, go through, update all the information you can update. Change challenge questions. Update your credit cards. Ask for new credit card numbers. Say, hey, listen, I think I've been involved with this Equifax compromise. I'd like you to reissue my credit cards. Most credit card companies should do that for free. God help me if there's any assholes out there that won't. And again, fuck you. You're a bunch of douchebags. So I know this is a pain in the ass, guys. I know, and I apologize on behalf of all of us poor mooks in the world that have unceremoniously been duped into this or sucked into this whether we wanted to or not. This is one of those rare times where you really do need to step up, take active effort to fix the situation before it becomes a bigger issue. Because yes, you didn't shit on the sidewalk, but unfortunately you stepped in it, and now you gotta clean your shoes. So that's kind of where we sit right now. It sucks, it stinks, but you gotta do it. So change credit cards, change challenge questions, update passwords, put freezes or at least watches on all of your credit cards, any kind of expenditure accounts you can. Bank accounts, for the love of God, please make sure you update. A lot of bank accounts now have a Visa or MasterCard type card tied to them.
Yeah.
And it is a royal shit fest to get money put back into your account that's been pulled out. The banks are not interested in helping you. I'm just going to say this now. They don't give a shit that somebody ripped off all of your money out of your account. Getting your credit card to reverse a charge, a bit easier. Getting a bank to give you back the money that's gone is an act of God. So change that card, change all your cards. And this, for that matter, this is a good time to go through all the credit cards you may have and go, you know what? I don't need this many, or I don't use this one. Just kill it.
Yep.
You don't need it. Get rid of it. I mean, I understand having credit cards helps with credit scores and all that, but there's a lot of headache to go through because this is going to happen again. I hate to say it. It's going to happen again. I mean, do you think these hackers just went after Equifax? They're hitting all the main ones. It's just Equifax happened to be the ones that got nailed first, or for all we know, the other ones got hacked too. We don't know about it yet.
Right. Yep.
Yay! So yeah, please, heartfelt request from me to you guys out there. Please take the time to deal with this. Also, please be super vigilant about emails, calls, anything being directed to you about this topic, because there's a better than likely chance that it's probably fraudulent. This is going to be like scam headquarters. You're going to get an email from Equifax. We apologize for this. Just give us this information and we'll get you back on. Don't fall for that shit.
Yeah.
Now it's time to be smart. To all of my wonderful brethren and people that are currently too busy dealing with the aftermath in Texas, the foreboding mass hysteria that's happening in Florida, all the wildfires up north. I understand you guys are busy right now dealing with shit that's bigger than this, and all my heart goes out to you guys. I'm sorry that this shit has happened. Mother Nature can be a bitch. But as soon as you get that shit squared away, please make sure you add this to your list of things to do to recover, because it needs to happen. And this is a very inopportune time to have it happen, I know, but it just is what it is. So there's my recommendation to you guys. So yeah, this is a big fucking shit deal. This is not like these other hacks. This is a big fucking deal. I cannot stress this enough. It's big, really big, to put in Trump terms. Get this taken care of. Stop the podcast. Call people. Get this thing going. It's important, please. Okay. Okay. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up our meaty bites. And Kirok.
Yeah.
Thank God you're in Canada, but I'm pretty sure you're probably affected by this.
Oh yeah, they're here. I know where their office is here in Toronto.
Yeah, so make sure you check that out, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check it out.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up and move on to the next thing. All right, guys, we're at the end of yet another wonderful episode of this wonderful podcast with me back again. I'm so happy. And of course, Kirok, my friend, my buddy, my pal, my soldier at arms, my right hand man while I wasn't here. Again, man, thank you so very fucking much for taking care of all that. I love when you can do that because you do a great job, and more importantly, you do the editing. I don't have to. It's great.
I've now shaved it down to about 5 hours. I know.
That's long for me.
It's a freaking long time. But
you know what? The editing does look better.
Because I like to put in stuff in it and I have more control.
Which, if I had the time, I totally would do that. And the fact that, just so you guys know, Kirok takes all the different elements, like the video feeds and the browser and all that, and actually records them separately. And then does all of that in post, which is the way I'd love to be able to do it every time. It takes so much
it's a
to
big
do.
Investment.
It's a big investment. It does look better. There's a lot of cool stuff you can put in there, which is great. I love it. I just don't have the time for it. Again, if you want to help us out and be a TD or an editor, that would be awesome, because then we have somebody actually dedicate themselves to doing that, and it will look a lot better. I love it. But yeah, no, seriously, man, I appreciate that. Catching up on things, I've had a chance to catch up on past streams you've done and other things.
Yes.
You've got things going on. Now, you do have a YouTube channel, but again, there's hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
Yeah, that's the last one I put up, but I got one coming.
That's very good. And are you taking all the content you take from Twitch and putting it onto YouTube?
Not all. So, for example, this Wednesday that went by, I streamed Super Hot on Twitch and finished that game. But Super Hot itself was one of the ones where I wrote the developer, said, hey, look, I'd like to stream it, plus I'd like to record it, plus I'd like to put it on my YouTube channel. They were like, yep, no problem. So I recorded it as I streamed it. I got all the episodes, well, not episodes, all the footage. And I'm going to now start splitting it up into episodes, editing it, and posting that. So that should be in the coming month.
But your main focus is Twitch now.
Yeah, it is.
You've given up on Mixer. You're back to Twitch again.
Oh, yeah. I've given up on Mixer. I'm back to Twitch, and I'm enjoying Twitch a lot. Plus, I know a lot of... You hit the nail on the head a while back when you're like, you're not streaming with any of the guys that were on Mixer. And here, I could easily go with Nacho and say, hey, some PUBG, bang, and we're on. And we could both stream at the same time. So
And a couple cool things, too, to point out here. First of all, I see a subscribe button on yours.
Yes. I was affiliate. I got
affiliated?
Affiliated. So yeah, that happened about a week ago, which I'm super excited about.
So you can now get subs as well as get bits?
Yes, I can. Nacho actually threw some bits my way, so did Component Z, and I have a couple of people who have subbed to me. Couple that I know.
So I'm not your first, damn it. I want to pop your cherry.
Zez was my first. He clipped it too, which is
awesome.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. I also hear there was another clip that got clipped by Nacho.
So Nacho was on when I was playing a game. I was streaming a game called Gorn. Gorn is a gladiator arena fighting, a little bit cartoonish, but it is ultra violent, super gory, blood splattering everywhere. You can stab people in the chest and pull their hearts out of their chest. You can slice their head clean off. So much fun. Very tiring because you're flailing.
You can glorify things. It's so much fun,
dude. And what happens? I go to hit a guy, and all I hear is rip. So I was like, uh-oh. And in the middle of the stream, I'm like, yeah, that's a tear in the green screen. I heard that. That's a tear in the green screen. And Nacho happened to clip it just perfectly.
I don't see the clip. Let's see here.
It
Let's
should
go.
be
Let's go
there.
back. All up there. It is.
Yeah. I was. It's so for a week I had this big hole.
Right, there it is. There it is.
Green screen.
Nice big holy green screen.
Yeah. So on what was it, Thursday last?
And Kieran, true to gamerhood, goes, "Oh shit," and keeps on splattering heads.
That's right. I kept on going. I've already patched it up. I just cut another piece of the same paper. I have a roll of it. Glue stick on the other side, right up on it, and done. Perfect. It's easy, inexpensive.
Very nice. Very nice. So you're going strong on Twitch. Now, of course, in addition to that, you do have other frontiers you're taking care of. You've got Project Singularity. How are they doing?
Project Singularity's doing well.
Notice that Walden is very active on the BRG Discord now.
Yes,
he's been a little chatterbox in there.
Looks like he's playing more Rocket League. I think he's actually joined a team, but I'm not sure. I haven't asked him yet.
Did you guys do a gaming weekend?
That was actually a few hours before we sat down today. So I did hop in after dinner.
So it's just you and Walden?
Late. Sorry?
Was it just you and Walden?
No, actually, there was no one there, unfortunately, this weekend. So.
Aww.
I know. But other than that, we're all okay.
And of course, last but certainly not least, Hop Along Games.
Hop Along Games. Yes, we have a couple episodes out on the YouTube channel, looking to organize and start recording more and putting more up. That's all we're working on, because the other part of Hop Along Games, Agro and McClaniac went on vacation. They are back finally, and now
those
jerks. McClaniac's kind of vanished off the face of the earth with Destiny 2.
How dare they leave you all alone on vacation?
No, I went away on vacation 1 week too before, so
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you must be doing something right. 'Cause I noticed the first episode you have 9 subs and you've got 48 views.
I know. I don't know how. Like, that was like, what? Huh?
I'm not sure how that worked out, but hey, kudos. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out Hop Along Games yet, it is another type of kind of gaming podcasty sit-down show. Yeah, it's a casual sit around the couch kind of thing. It's a different format, and it might be something you're into. So I definitely encourage you guys to check that out. Get over there, give them a sub, give them a like, check it out, give them some love. I'd love to see Hop Along get hopping.
I want to get them on the show. I want to get them both on the show.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that.
I know. I'm going to discuss it with them when I get together. Next time. Yes. No, stop holding your breath.
Guys, as I said, I just got back from a family vacation on a weekend, and then also Burning Man. And again, Burning Man was absolutely freaking fabulous. I did not do any video. I actually brought my little camera rig that I used for the California Extreme Con, but I never got put together. But I was gonna go out and do some footage of it. I wanted to try to find a tech angle, because there is a lot of tech at Burning Man. Saw some beautiful art that was very techy and stuff like that. I wanted to do that, so unfortunately I didn't. I was too busy getting shit-faced among other things. So it sadly, my vacation got to be a vacation. But I was thinking of you guys. I was thinking about you guys. I did want to do something there, and I just didn't have the chance to. So I apologize. But nevertheless, I was there. There's not much going on with my channels. Again, I just haven't had the time, and of course, I just got back from vacation, so I really haven't had the time. But the channels are still there. So if there's content you haven't seen, please feel free to hop over there and check things out, and see some of the stuff and content that I do. I appreciate it. Of course, as always, I really encourage you guys to head over to BottleRocketGaming.com and check us out as a whole. We do have the interwebs front of our website where you can sign up and be a part of it. However, I will say a lot of the avid conversation goes back and forth in our Discord channels. Look at Ball Rocket Gaming in Discord and you'll find us. Anybody's welcome to join. It's an open forum for the main channels, and then we can approve you for other things too. But if you're going to be part of Discord, we encourage you to also make sure you set up on the website, since the website does carry a lot of important things like the events and other content there as well. So, definitely head over and check it out, because we got a lot of really good people. We keep growing. It's amazing. We actually get a lot of people, a lot of great great people. I might add. And they've been a huge help, instrumental for not only for the Balrock gaming community, but also for this podcast and other content that's going to be coming up, by the way. Speaking of which, our YouTube channel, of course, you're already here. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please make sure you do hit a like button. It helps us out. Just lets us know what's going on. I encourage you to also leave comments. If you have an opinion on the topic, great. If you leave a like, just say, yeah, hey, guys, appreciate it very much, or really like this topic, really liked, Kirok vomiting a bucket and eating it. Last podcast, we watched this one. Watch the last episode because Kirok always has those little gems in there. I encourage you to watch that. Anyways, we're also going to having other content coming out. Just a little sneak. I don't call it a sneak peek, but a little heads up. We actually have things slated for new content, new shows coming out on this channel. Not just the podcast, not just streaming video of us doing stuff online, but actual other shows coming out for this channel. So if you want to keep in touch with all that and know when the stuff comes up, of course, please do hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified, you hit the little bell so you actually get a little pop-up on your phone, in your email, in your SMS, everywhere else. We will wake you up at night with notices and all that good stuff. I find that annoying personally, but nevertheless, like, subscribe, all the good stuff there. It would be fantastic. Also, we do have a lot of shit going on now with our Twitch channel.
Oh, yeah.
And you see here we've got, we host a lot of people through the Balrock community. If you're part of the Balrock gaming community and you're a Twitch streamer, we like to host your channel through ours so that we get as much viewing pushed towards you as we possibly can. We're hosting Zero right now. He's a good guy. He's been on the podcast before. We also have a bunch of people who are actually taking time out of their day to actually stream to the Balrock Gaming channel. So we actually have content every day of the week, Monday through Friday, on the BRG channel. So you can actually go directly to us and watch content from different people, and as well as we host their channels after hours, so to speak. So definitely check that out. And of course, as always, if you want to give some donation towards us, we do have a Patreon account. So you can go over to patreon.com and kick a few dollars in. It's helpful. We appreciate it. It does help us out a lot. And hopefully in the future, we'll have more patrons start pitching in so we can start doing some more cool stuff. I'd love to kick our game up a bit. But we're getting there. And I'll be honest with you, money helps out. People helping out is a huge thing. And again, I said this at the beginning of the top of the podcast, but I want to say this again. Big shout out, big thank you to Component Z for stepping in, not only just to take one of the spots while I was out, but also stepping in for Linz, who was caught in that horrible storm that decided to blow across Texas. Linz, Dano, I hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are well. I'm sorry that stuff happened to you. But, you know, life is life, I guess. But Component Z, big thank you. Nacho, big thank you for stepping in, helping out, being a co-host. It's a huge help, guys, and we want to have more of you on. So if you're interested in being a part of the Balrock gaming community and a part of the podcast and other things, come check us out. We love having new people, new blood on. As a matter of fact, one thing I'm looking forward to is there's a wonderful gentleman that has a Twitch channel called The Weirdest, and you may not know this, or may not recognize the name, but if you remember some 6, 8, 10 months ago, there was that strange guy that actually went through the entirety of Fallout 4 with no kills, killing nothing, not even so much as a radroach, and completing the game. Yeah, that guy. I hung out with him at Burning Man, and thanks to the wonderful chattiness of Seshi, we're going to go ahead and have him on the podcast. So look forward to that sometime in the future.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. He's a really cool guy, and we're gonna try to line up some good topics to kind of touch on with him, because he's a really cool guy. And just so you guys know, you definitely want to look at The Weirdest on Twitch, because, and also on YouTube. He didn't just do Fallout 4 no shooting anybody. He's done Fallout 4 no items, Fallout 4 no perks. Wow. So he's gone through and done some difficult shit. So I definitely recommend you check out that stuff. And we'll talk about that more when we get things lined up with him. So again, thank you to everybody. I'm sorry that I was away for so long, but it was a much needed vacation and a little bit of respite for me. But I am back, and I'm going to be back for a while now. As a matter of fact, we're coming up on our quarterly meeting for Bottle Rock Gaming, which means we're going to get together for the podcast and talk about what we want to do, what we need to do, etc. So we welcome your guys' input. Please send us input. You can leave comments in the show notes below. Go to the Discord, contact us there. We always take this opportunity to review what we've done for the past 3 months and see if there's anything we do to improve the podcast or improve BRG as a whole. So we always welcome open forum feedback in that regard. And again, if you want to be a part of this, cannot encourage us enough. Please join us, check things out, and be a part of it because it's a huge fun thing. All right, guys, that's all I got to say for tonight. I do appreciate it. Again, thank you, Kirok, so very, very much for standing in as the head of the household.
Anytime.
And we'll go ahead and catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.